Do you wanna go somewhere? A place that's full of food and aesthetics, and owned white, good enough for taking pictures, and had a history, as if we had escaped from the crowd and their tall concrete building for a while. If you say so, you one of us. We are young generation who are addicted to the old-fashioned way. We want to go back in time, shaking hand with BG, go to Billy Joel concert and rock right a lock when Queen released a new album. Therefore, visiting the old historical site to induct in a film noir white is like going back in time by time machine. And the part that we are going to bring you back in time with us is
The Lat Noi history. The Lat Noi community is a Chinese community arising from the expansion of Sampeng, the economic center of Bangkok, during the early Ratanakosin periods, where the Chinese called the new market located in the south of Sampeng, which was the big market at that time, as the Lakia, which translates to Thai as the Lat Noi. And with that, it is very close to Sampeng. Sometimes the Lat Noi is also called as part of Sampeng. The general condition of the Lat Noi is similar to that of other older communities in Bangkok, such as Kudi Jin, as a result of the fusion of people in different ethnic and religious groups, which began to become more crowded after Ayutthaya collapsed. People therefore migrated to the south, and some have settled in Bangkok, including a Portuguese Christian group who had gathered at the Santa Cruz Temple at Kudi Jin, which was a large community during the Thonburi period. But later, there was a conflict with the French Pather and therefore separated himself on the east bank of the Chao Phraya River in the area of the Lat Noi, which is nearby with the execution ground at the cemetery of the Kien Temple, therefore named the new temple Calvary, which is the name of the execution ground for the prisoner in Jerusalem, where the crucifixion of Jesus was later called the Stopes, until it became the present Kanwa.
The Lat Noi is quite a big area, covering many alleyways, and big enough to allow you to stroll through the alleyway without getting bored, but it's not too big to run out of energy. At the Lat Noi, there are many old places with historical value and plenty of religious places such as Chinese temples or even a church, according to the belief of the villagers, such as
Holy Rosary Church or Kanwa. Holy Rosary Church is an ancient Portuguese church. It was founded by a group of priests and Portuguese who immigrated from Ayutthaya after the second loss of the capital, and gathered at the site where the present Kanwa Church is located, called Mae Phra Lupa Kham Kham, according to the name of the Lady Buddha image they have taken from Ayutthaya. Later in the year 1786, King Prabhupada Phra Chulalongkorn graciously granted the land at that camp to be a church building. Therefore, the first church was built in 1787. When it was first established, that it was named Calvary Church, is named after the mountain where Jesus was crucified. Later, it became Kanwa. This church is characterized by Gothic revival architecture. The building plan is in the shape of a cross, facing the Chao Phraya River in front of a high bell tower, with a spire decorated with a cross. The arch at the entrance is a pointed arch with a Gothic gable shape. The walls of the building are adorned with biblical stained glass, which is one of the most beautiful stained glass work in Thailand.
this church is still open for visitors, and there are still people who believe come and pray to their God, who is mentally respected as their strength, love, and faith. Whether they are villagers in the Lat Noi community or the tourists themselves.
Siam Commercial Bank, the Lat Noi branch. Siam Commercial Bank, the Lat Noi branch is a branch of Siam Commercial Bank located at Yotha Road, the Lat Noi subdistrict. Sampantawong District, Bangkok. This bank has a long history. It is the first bank office in Thailand was established in the name of Book Club by Prince Mahisara Rajaharuthai in 1904 to become a financial institution that is the base for the economic growth of Thailand and changed the name to Siam Commercial Bank in the year 1906 and changed the name to Siam Commercial Bank in 1939. Today, the bank business is still open and the building is unique in its Bursa-style neoclassical architecture designed by Italian architect Annibale Gotti. Construction began in 1908 and restored in 1995. The building has 3 floors. Adjacent to the Chao River, the architecture of this building is similar to many parts of the Ananta Samakum Throne Hall. The ground floor is a typical office, but retains its original design with a deposit and withdrawal counter similar to a pawn shop. There are stucco pattern, wall and ionic column between the window and exhibit items that have been used in the past, such as typewriter, calculator, or a code book. A statue of the founder at the entrance, and the upper floor used to be the Thai Bank Museum but moved to the headquarters Rasputin in the present.
This bank is also in use. The inside of the building is very beautiful, but with the current coronavirus situation, unfortunately, the day we went it was closed, causing us to miss the opportunity to go and see inside.
Hanwanggung Shrine's background. In the early Ratanakosin period, Hakka merchants brought Hanwangung's image from China to Thailand and built the shrine here 100 years later. At first, the shrine was built on the right side of the current shrine. Later, every year the shrine had arranged the ceremony, attracting many people. More and more people attended till the shrine was too small to be appropriated for the ceremony. Consequently, in AD 1888, Hakka merchants, who were the shrine's committee, planned to build the new shrine on the left-hand side of the old one and expand the extent to Chao Phraya River. They raised the funds from donations and bought land for 2,400 baht at the time as a place for the new shrine. After they finished the construction of the current shrine building, they set up the auction and gave the money obtained from the auction as well as the money left from the construction to the Hanwanggung Shrine's committee to manage the activities of the shrine later.
This shrine is laid next to the river. When you have finished worshipping the sacred, you may be able to stand in the air, enjoy the view for a while before going back. Maybe you will see a little kid come and take a walk or throw a ball around here. Remind us of the past we had and made us accidentally smile. Hanwanggung Shrine Alley ตลาดน้อย is full of moral, especially this alley of Hanwanggung Shrine. There will be both photo and the painting from the beginning of the alley to the end. Both photo and all drawing tell the way of life of those people in the ตลาดน้อย community. Whether it is a picture of people in the alley, A little boy looking at the river, a galvanized roof sheet, a fan playing the opera, a gambling can, and a cat. Actually, many cat but. If you ask how beautiful it is, imagine being in a film noir that feels like the sun is going to set. The light of the sun is the color of the film that you are in the midst of a cold feeling like it's going to rain, but warm by the light of the sunset. The painting on the letter cover is the only thing that had a more vivid color. It moved around and get all your attention. It was pretty like this. When we went finished filming, we walk back and see it all again because we don't want to miss any pictures.
Harbour Department. The Harbour Department is the water area and water travel agency in Thailand since the Sukhothai period was the capital, with the name of the agency called Chao Phasi, Nai Dan or Nai Khanom Talat, all of which are responsible for the mooring of merchant ships, collecting fees for trading ships entering and exiting the kingdom, under the rule and command of the Ministry of Finance. Harbour Department Pier next to the Chao Phraya River in the Ayutthaya periods at the capital. This agency, known as Harbour Department, is under the supervision of the Department of the Warehouse, which is assumed to have been established in the reign of King Prasathong as a royal agency to monopolize certain products as prohibited and not to be traded directly by the merchants, in addition to a monopoly on trading products. Later, until the Ratanakosin period was the capital, during the reign of King Mongkut, the government contracted British Captain John Bush to be the originator of the Harbour Department. The contract between Thailand and England was signed on August 5, 1859. At a later time, the Harbour Department moved to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and in 1889 moved to the Ministry of Public Works. In 1901, the Harbour Department was moved to the Metropolitan Ministry, and in 1905, the Harbour Department was raised as a Department of Director General. His Majesty King Chulalongkorn enacted the Navigation Act in Thai water, and in the same year has begun to improve the activity of the Harbour Department by lifting some work from the former Canal Department to combine with the Harbour Department. During the reign of King Washirawut, the government dissolved the Metropolitan Ministry, which the Harbour Department was affiliated with, and combined with the Ministry of Interior. Until the year 1941, therefore the Harbour Department has moved as the last time under the Ministry of Transport at present.
It was worth 2 hours. We walk together until we forget about being Thai, minute after minute. When the sun goes down, we began to see the star. The light from the villager lantern began to light up, and the sound of our stomach started to roll. We turned left, turned right for a while. Soon we got something to eat. The owner of the noodle store is so kind, friendly, and talented. If you go, it would probably not be difficult at all to find something to eat. Along the way, there are grocery store, restaurant, coffee shop, event bars. Finally, when our stomach is full, so we decide to go home and end the mission. Today, Talat Noi community still has a mix of Chinese and Thai or Thai Chinese. The building remains unique as if it has stopped at Talat Noi community since the establishment of Ratanakosin. food and cafe line the street to welcome tourists. The people of this community are friendly and smiling despite the crisis that it's facing now. The COVID-19 epidemic and economic problems make it difficult for the merchant to sell, or some cases have to shut down. We hope to see a more lively of Talat Noi community, and if our country can go through this crisis this time, we will return to the Talat Noi community again and look forward to see the smile of people in this community that full of happiness and less worry like this time. How to go? Getting to Talat Noi Soi Jalern Krung 22 can travel in many routes. Subway, get off at Hua Lamphong Station, take a taxi to Soi Jalern Krung 22, less than 15 minutes to travel. BTS SkyTrain to Wong Vian Yai Station, then take a public bus to Soi Jalern Krung 22, bus number 13575, get off at Talat Noi line 36, 93, get off Si Phaya, walk a bit. We will not recommend to bring your own car as it is quite difficult to find a parking space except motorcycle. Finally, during COVID, we would like to ask everyone to take care of your health. Eat a healthy diet, exercise to keep you fit, wash your hands, use alcohol, and wear a mask while leaving the house for your safety. And I hope that one day we will meet at this space at our own Film Noir space. Then, see you soon, Talat Noi.